In this video, we will introduce you to the various ways in which you can select data in QlikView. As the name QlikView implies, you simply click to select data and then view the resulting data. Let us start by making a selection in the region list box. I click once on a value to select it, and the value selected turns green. The resultant associated values will be highlighted in white and the unrelated values will be gray. If I want to select a couple of values, I simply click and drag over them. Once again, my selections turn green and the associated adjustments are done across the application. Looking at the Manager list box, I want to select Davis and Smith. I cannot click and drag here because these two values do not lie next to each other. So I hold the Control button on the keyboard in while making my selections. You of course will also want to know how to clear your selections as well. There are three ways in which you can do that. Firstly, you can clear a single selection, or you can clear all the selections in an object, or all the selections in your application. So to clear a single selection, simply click on it again. So to deselect my region in the list box, I click on it again and you see that the color changed back to white to reflect that it's not selected anymore. To clear all the selections in an object, click on the eraser icon in the header of the object. There are eraser icons in all the objects, even in the charts and the table objects. Let us clear all the selected managers to illustrate this. Finally, if I want to clear all of the selections I made on my application, I click on the Clear button in the toolbar. Now let us see how we can make selections in other objects on the sheet. To make a selection in the table object, click or click and drag to select more than one value. You will notice that when you make a selection in a table object, the values that are not selected are removed. This is simply because they have no value associated with them. If you need to select more than one data and the names are not next to each other, click on the drop-down in the header and make a selection from the list given by holding the Control button in while clicking. You will see that the names are displayed alphabetically in this list to make it easy for you to find a data's name. Once I have made my selections, you will notice that a green beacon appears in the header. This indicates that I made a selection in this specific table. So to clear the selections in this object, I click on the eraser icon in the header. Let us now look at the bar chart. If I want to select sales for months 3 to 8, I simply drag my cursor over the relevant part of the graph. Alternatively, I can make a selection on the axis, as I'm showing you now how to limit the data to months 4 and 5 only. The process is similar with pie charts. Here I can make a selection or multiple selections in the legend, or I can make selections on the pie chart itself by dragging over an area. Notice that when I make a selection in the charts, all the data gets recalculated and only the resultant associated data is displayed. Now, after making so many selections, I might want to have a list of all my selections. I can get that on the Selections object activated from the toolbar. Apart from seeing my selection, I can also clear them or change them when I click on the drop-down next to the selection. To close the current Selections object, click on the X in the top right-hand corner. Selections that I made can be undone and redone with the back and forward button in the toolbar. QlikView keeps up to 100 selections in its memory base. So let us recap. Selections can be made by clicking and dragging, or holding the Control button in on the keyboard while clicking. A selection can be cleared by clicking on it again, or you can use the eraser icon in the object header, and then of course the Clear button in the toolbar will clear its selections over the whole application. Selections can also be done in all objects, including the charts. And if you want to see what is currently selected, open the current selection object in the toolbar. In the next video, we'll be looking at how to search in QlikView.